Hello everybody. I know it's been a while since I've been on here with my live videos. I've been doing a lot of different things. I had a TEDx speech in Charlotte last week, which I'm not really quite sure how that's going to turn out. And today I have a TEDx audition, which should be rather interesting. And I'm going to do, it has to be a 1-minute audition. So anyway, I wanted to touch base with you guys, see how you guys were doing. But anyway, I was going to talk about, of course, a little bit of Beyond Success with Sabrina Hinney. About my book. Hello, Mohammed. How are you? I hope you're doing well. But anyway, it has to be under a minute. And so I was going to talk about all the things I went through, which inspired me to write my book, which was a rock bottom situation. So now, if you guys are going through a bad situation, what I'm going to tell you, you're going to feel a lot better about your life. I'm doing well, Mohammed. I hope you're doing well. Anyway, here it goes. Let's get rich. Let's buy real estate. Well, my first endeavors in real estate investing didn't turn out the way I hoped. For when I lost my job at closing, my mom decided she no longer wanted to live with me in this big new house that I got. My renters never paid me rent. They lied about being on Section 8. My stock portfolio plummeted into zeros. Went through a stressful custody battle, legal expenses with custody battle and eviction procedures, many of that sort of thing. I lost my dog for 3 months. That was stressful. I mean, if you have your little dog that you've lost for 3 months, I mean, oh my gosh, that was horrible. And so anyway, I put round 2. I'll tell you how I turned it all around in round 2. So hopefully I'll be able to go to round 2. So anyway, so round 2, I'm probably going to discuss if I make it that far, which I think I might, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, sometimes some of the stuff we go through, can be really stressful. But sometimes in our new worlds that we're creating and all that sort of thing, we're going to have chaos. Maybe God's seen a better plan for me, and maybe God sees a better plan for you. And that's why you're going through chaos. And so, as I look back, why did all that happen? Well, it's kind of like this. Diamonds are made under pressure, okay? And so when I actually changed that day, now if you guys have read my book, I was at a stream and I realized my life was a mess. And we got to be careful because some of our decisions can sneak up on us. Like, why are we making this kind of decision? Why are we with this particular person that's not good for us? Why do people start drinking and doing things that they shouldn't be doing? Well, you have to be aware of what's going on in your life and making sure that you have a watchful eye of your decisions and all that sort of thing. But anyway, but sometimes things aren't meant for us, and that's why we go through certain things. Did I regret getting that house? No, I love that house. It was just my mindset wasn't, I was on the verge of success. And if I would have held out longer, I would have been probably really, really successful. But at that point, my mind wasn't fully developed. And there was something that I had to learn through all that. For one, I was at rock bottom, and I will say that situation, I will never be at that place again in my life. Never. Because what happened was I developed a certain mindset after that. After that, I realized a lot of things. It was my awakening moment. Now, a lot of, I don't want to say new agers, but sometimes people go through an awakening process and it's like everything brightens. It's a different way to look at life and like your destiny in the world and why you were created on this planet and why we do, or why we were designed for a certain purpose. And that point in my life, I was in front of this stream and I realized my stream was clogged up. And when I was interviewed with Lexington Life magazine, she said, "Oh, I realized you used the stream to represent how your life was at that pivotal moment." And I was like, "Yes, you're right." And she got what I was trying to convey in the message was the stream should have been progressing. It should have been moving. The streams of life should have been moving. The flow of life should have been moving. But because of all the leaves that I had clogged up, the people, and I talk about my haters just, were around the corner. They didn't want to see me successful. And we see a lot of that when you're trying to level up. Maybe there's certain people in your life, you've got to change it up because, people change. Situations change. People change. We're not always the same people we're going to be in a year from now. But the people that love you, that sort of thing, they embrace your successes. But at that point, what I planned on was success, and I was moving in that direction, but I realized there was a big difference in reading about it versus actually doing real estate investing. And so, it was just one of those things. But some things actually, did end that day. I was a different person that day because I got back up. I felt sorry for me. I had a little pity party for a little bit, but then I said, I got to get back up. I can't be like this. I've got to make a change in my life. I've got to re-strategize. I've got to become a warrior in the place that I was at. And so when we get back up, sometimes we have to put more energy or more strength into something that we didn't find ourselves that we were ever going to be in. And I put in my book, I had to become a warrior that day. I had to. And if not, who knows where I would have ended up. But anyway, I did. I got back up and I won the thing that I was fighting for. And that was my success. But I also gave birth. I gave birth to a new idea, a new way of thinking. I gave birth to a book that is going global, and so it's kind of like a stock. It can be very volatile. It has the best stocks to invest in sometimes are the ones that are extremely volatile. 1 minute they're extremely low, the next they're high. And that was me. I was, kind of at the lowest point in my life, but the lowest point in my life also became the highest point in my life because, for one, I attract mentors from all over the world because of my book, and it's opened up a lot of opportunities for me. And it's also also helped to save a veteran's life, which I'm very grateful for. And I'm grateful for the people that it has impacted. Do I want to go through that experience again? No. But, I mean, you know, situations like that do develop us in a different way, even though we don't like pain. But as Tony Robbins says, on the other side of that pain, there's basically success. There's beauty for your ashes, as it states in the Bible, you know. And an old saying is, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, which, you know, could I have avoided all that stuff? Probably, but sometimes when we're younger and we're doing new things and stuff like that, we don't know everything. And, you know, I see this a lot with younger people sometimes, you know, they're just, and everyone's like that, you know, as you age and all that, you kind of learn the ropes more about life and how to approach certain things. But as we're learning and we're learning new things, as we're evolving, going to the next level, it can be, you know, an area that you're not really used to, so to speak. So you're going to have more development that needs to be going on. So I learned a lot from all that. And I was better than I thought I was as I look back. I was on the road to success, but I didn't figure things out. And in the end, I didn't. And so, but anyway, that's my message for today. It's just my little speech that I'm going to do. So it's 1 minute with 10x. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so think about today. I'm going to do something a little bit different. Normally I focus on or go over like the summary of what I talked about. But today I want you guys to do an exercise. Whatever the lowest point of your life was, write it down and tell me how you can make that the highest point of your life. Okay, so whatever was the lowest point of your life, turn it around and tell me how you're going to turn it into the highest point of your life. Bye, you guys.